Mists of Pandaria is our fourth expansion for World of Warcraft, and it adds a new class, a new race, and it also adds a new continent to explore, Pandaria, which we're really excited about. I mean, it's a fantastic world. I think our exterior design team and our artists have just gone over the top, creating just this beautiful, lush environment. We've got the tallest mountain in all of Azeroth. We've got this enormous wall that stretches across the length of the continent. And on top of that, we're adding a lot of gameplay features as well that we're very excited about. So it's quite a lot of features packed into one package. The continent of Pandaria has been hidden away with a cloak of mists for over 10,000 years, since the Sundering the world. So the Pandaren that live there, they've never encountered the Horde or Alliance. They don't know who half these races are. So there's a real cultural exchange when the mists finally come down, and they come down at a very turbulent time in Azeroth history, because in the absence of a big global threat like Deathwing, the Horde and Alliance really just fall on each other. So naval battles are raging across the seas. There's a conflict on every continent when the sort of curtain opens on this expansion, and Horde and Alliance fleets are crash landing on this continent that's not on any of their maps before. They don't understand where it is, what's happened, and a lot of the initial expansion is just the discovery of this new world. And sort of boiling in the background, and something we'll explore as we incorporate new patches into the game, is just this world war is brewing all around it, and it's all going to come to a head here in Pandaria. So it's pretty exciting. There's almost kind of a curse in Pandaria, and that's that all this kind of negative energy, anger, doubts, fears, these kind of things are made manifest in Pandaria. They actually kind of bubble up out of the ground, and it's negative energy, and that's what we call Sha that we're talking about here at BlizzCon in the lore panels. And the Sha negative energy actually takes a physical form. So if you get too full of hate or too full of doubts or fears, you know, they literally kind of come up and bite you. I mean, you can kind of be taken over by this force. As a result, almost as a survival mechanism, the Pandaren, they're pretty chill. They really respect inner harmony and inner peace, and really, you know, kind of taking things down a notch. A Pandaren will fight, right? But when he fights, he doesn't fight out of like anger or hatred or something. He fights, solve a problem. Afterwards, you have a drink. You know, you move past it, and you find this inner peace that they really value. So you can only imagine in this kind of environment what it's going to be like when the Horde and Alliance come barreling up on these shores, bringing all their baggage with them, and how the land will react to that. It's a pretty exciting story. So the Pandaren are the first race we've ever done that's cross-faction. So they can be either Alliance or Horde. You actually start out neutral. You'll play through the entirety of the starting experience, and then you'll meet the Alliance and the Horde when they first get there, and you'll learn a little bit about them and how they solve problems. There's going to be a crisis, and Pandaren are going to have different solutions to the crisis, and the Alliance and Horde are going to have different solutions to this crisis. And ultimately, after that's resolved, you have this hard decision to make, like, well, who do I really want to represent as I go out in the world and kind of spread the Pandaren wisdom around the world? And you have to make that choice before you venture off at level 10 into the wild world. It seemed like the kind of race we could give people that choice and make that really meaningful choice, and it seemed like a lot of fun. And we didn't want to, like, the coolness of the Pandaren kind of transcends Alliance or Horde. We want to make sure everybody gets to have the Pandaren. So the new class in the expansion is the Monk, and the Monk is really interesting because the Monk can perform any number of roles. So we have kind of the classic, iconic Brewmaster, which is how we've mostly seen the Pandaren before. That's going to be your tank class. A lot of drunken master kind of dodging to keep yourself alive in combat. We got a straight-up damage class, which is just full-on kung fu, right? Martial arts fighting in your face. And a healing spec for the Monk class that we're trying to really give it kind of an interesting twist on healing gameplay. You'll be able to do some damage. You'll be able to kind of move around the battlefield and cause a lot of havoc while still being able to heal your allies. So we're really playing with all those ideas. The Monks have a new resource system. They have you know, what we call chi, sort of the positive energy that you're generating as a monk. And the Pandaren are going out into the world, and they're also training the Alliance and Horde how to be monks. I'm kind of really excited to see some of the combinations there. My favorite, Dwarf Monk. Can't wait to see that. That's going to be great. And then here's one that really kind of blew my mind. I was like, really? But we're doing it. Gnome Monks. Yeah, Gnome Monks, Kung Fu, bite-sized. Wah! That's going to be amazing. So if you've played World of Warcraft over the years, you've seen we've done a lot of experiments with storytelling. We incorporated phasing in Wrath of the Lich King, and we have sort of in-game cutscenes that we do with Cataclysm. We're still trying to experiment. What we're trying to do is find the perfect balance of that, and I think that I think you'll see a lot of polished storytelling in Mists of Pandaria. We definitely want to keep you grounded and playing your class and being out in the field and fighting and doing cool things as your character, and sort of have this story surround you, and lots of interesting kind of events will happen throughout the natural course of gameplay. What we don't want to do is keep pulling you out of character, keep making you do strange things that aren't like how your class would operate. And we don't want to keep like pulling you away for crazy cutscenes, right? We're trying to really keep you grounded in the story. We've experimented a lot, so you can see even in Cataclysm, we're kind of all over the map with how we told the story, and we're really focusing in on what we think is going to be the ideal story delivery, because there's a whole lot of really interesting lore and texture and character here in Pandaria that we want to explore, and I think we want to explore it through the natural gameplay where you get to be your class. It's one of the reasons that we don't allow flying until level 90, is so you're rooted in the world and you're really just exploring this content. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shift in direction for us, but really what we're just trying to do is polish the presentation that we've been experimenting with all these years.